Hey everybody, I'm Artix,
And I'm Blasphemous.
and we're gonna play some Mario 64.
It's me, Mario.
It's a he.
Hello.
So, hopefully Mario 64 doesn't need a whole lot of introduction. It is, after all, still the pretty much flagship, what's the word I'm looking for? It's still one of the top two conversions of a franchise from 2D to 3D.
Well, other franchises tried it. It just didn't work out too well.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle.
This is actually my first time experiencing Mario 64. I never actually played it, and I really wasn't too interested in seeing it because, it's Mario. So this will actually be kind of interesting.
But of course, before we can get started, we have what is probably the only thing that actually qualifies as a cutscene in the entire game.
Oh yeah, this is kind of iconic, really. Like this thing here. People playing a 3D game for the first time, this little fly around is basically what they'd be experiencing. I mean, it must have blown people's minds in the 90s.
So yeah, here we are. Welcome to the castle. The controls are very, very straightforward. You can run, you can jump, and you can punch. And that is about it.
I see they kept the triple jump for Mario Galaxy.
As I said, that was actually introduced in, I want to say it was DK94 for the Game Boy? There are a lot of things that came from that game that you wouldn't think. Like the, side flip.
I actually never played the DK game on the Game Boy. Was it good?
It was phenomenal, but that's not the game that we're playing, so we'll go ahead and refocus ourselves here.
So the whole painting concept, I guess these are kind of like the hubs of this game.
Yes and no. I mean, really the castle itself is more the hub, but each world has a collection of stars that you can get in it. There's 6 that you can get from doing, like, missions of sorts, and then there's one and then you can always get one by getting 100 coins in each world.
100 coins, huh? I guess that probably varies in difficulty based on what game you're playing.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. They say it's not very hard for these first couple worlds, but by the end of the game... Although, I guess, really the only one that's offensively bad is probably Rainbow Ride, but that's also literally the final level of the game, so...
Yeah, I do know this level. Like, I played it in the Throwback Galaxy, of course.
You're actually thinking of the next one.
Oh? I mean, this is the song.
It's the right song, but this is the wrong level. The one at Galaxy 2 uses Womp's Fortress as for Throwback Galaxy.
Huh. That seems like a bit of a continuity gaffe.
Anyway, it's a boss in Mario 64. They are universally solved in the same way. Get behind it, press the punch button, repeat.
Wow, they really aren't wasting their time with getting us to our first boss fight.
Yeah, the hitboxes are a little bit finicky when you're trying to grab him, but it's, yeah, I mean, you'll see in a second here.
Is it even possible to fail this one?
Yes, for 2 reasons. The first being that if you don't throw him on the turf here, it doesn't count. And the second being that if he grabs you, he will throw you off the mountain. And, fall damage is surprisingly strict in this game.
Yeah, but he was, like, turning so slowly. I mean, imagine if you were, like, a little kid, you could probably get thrown, but it seems so easy.
Yeah, if you get thrown by the Bob-omb King, and you are literally anything other than a 5-year-old child, you probably did it yourself.
Let's go.
So, is this going to be a completionist run of the game?
Oh, not in the slightest. For starters, this game is already incredibly repetitive. Like, I like it and all, but like, Tall Mountain. Let's pick on Tall Mountain. The stars in that level are roughly in order. climb the mountain, climb the mountain, climb the mountain, climb 3/4 of the mountain, and climb half the mountain. So, we don't need to see that.
Yeah, I suppose not. So, is there a minimum amount that you need to get to the end of the game?
You must have 70 stars to beat the game. I'm guessing we're probably going to end up somewhere around like 75, 80, give or take.
Okay.
So we will be getting almost all the stars here, but later levels I'll be skipping. If a star is a particular pain in the ass or just is just super repetitive, I'll probably skip it.
Okay, yeah. So some levels will probably get represented more than others, basically, depending on whether they have fun gimmicks.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That seems fair.
Anyway, that warp is totally kosher for this race. If we get in the cannon and shoot ourselves up here, that's not. You figure that one out.
Wait, they disqualify you if you use the cannon?
Yes.
You know, I don't think the crawl is actually in Mario Galaxy. Like, I think if he crouches down, he just kind of does a weird, like, shuffle step.
Yeah, he just kind of like wiggles on the ground or something like that. It's been a while since I played the Galaxy games.
Yeah. Wait.
Anyway, yeah, Koopa the Quick has taken his sweet-ass time getting up here, but here he is.
Yep. Real human blur. Once again, I guess, like, if you're a babby, you could probably fail it, but otherwise...
I find that hard to believe. Like, he takes a solid minute and a half to get up there. Like, I have done this star in Chaos Mode before, and I literally lost 40 seconds to the little lifts right there on your left there.
Uh-huh.
And I still beat him up there.
That's pretty remarkable. What was that?
Oh, yeah, you saw that cannon when we were climbing up the mountain?
I think.
Yeah, there's a couple of them scattered around the level, and they just basically shoot vaguely homing water balls at you.
I'm surprised that one didn't do falling damage.
I said the cannons very rarely do falling damage. Like, unless you are dumb enough to fall, like, straight... Unless you are basically dumb enough to shoot straight up and then come all the way down. And that was a very effort star.
Well, I don't know, like, figuring out the cannons, I mean, like I said, it's the first 3D game for a lot of people. Getting the angle right probably would have been hard for some people.
Alright, so the red coins is really the only legit collect-a-thon-y thing in this game, aside from just getting 100 coins in general. So, this is the only star that is in every single level, and they said there's 8 of them just scattered around. Go find them. Then that's it. That's all the direction you get.
But if they're in every level, then why do they even get their own separate mission?
Because coming up with new missions is hard, okay?
I guess so. Oh, they put one up here on this little island?
Yeah.
You know, actually, yeah, I think I remember seeing the difficulty hack that... I forget, was it Chip and Ironicus or Slow Beef and Diabetes that went through that one? The Kaizo Mario?
Oh, the Kaizo one? Yeah, that was, Beef and Beatus.
Mostly what I remember about that was the million of Chain Chomps.
Yeah, thankfully there are only... I think that actually might be the only Chain Chomp in the game right there. So, we will not be accosted by Chain Chomps in the sky.
That's nice. And no flame pillars coming out of the cannons either. Now, you did mention that you're just basically going to do a greatest hits of these levels, but we're spending a whole lot of time here in this level. Is it just so you can show off like the basic things that are in every level from here on out?
Pretty much. I mean, you said this is basically the tutorial, and it's worth showing off. Basically, and I mean, specifically, like, stars like this, which are like, here, go ahead and scour the entire level to find the red coins. Yeah, that's the exact kind of stuff that will be cut out in the future.
Looks like we got about enough time for one more. Wings to the sky, huh?
Yeah, we're not gonna be doing that one. If you, remember up on the island there was that faded out red box? That's a power-up that we don't have unlocked yet, and we can't do it.
So what are we going to do instead?
We're gonna play chicken with the chain chomp.
Wait, so you can do the levels in any order?
Pretty much. There are minor differences between stars, but for the most part the level is largely the same between stars, so you just do whatever you want.
I see, so we would have gotten that chomp level later on instead?
Yeah, that's star number 6. But, yeah, that's gonna be it for this, so, next time we will tackle the next 2 levels, so see you then.
See ya!